The small town of Tulum is actually located on the southern end of Quintana Roo, a state in Mexico. At the southern tip of the Yucatan Peninsula, almost close down by Belize, is where Yucatan is. There's about 30,000 people that live here, and they get 2 million tourists every year. Known for the relaxing jungle retreats, the Gatorade-colored blue water, and the Mayan archaeological sites, Tulum is a real hit with people from all over the world. Let's go take a look at our room here, which is like a cabana. It's like the jungle, the real jungle out here in Tulum. Just in case you're wondering, this is Mayan Beach. This particular cabana you can get for about $100 a night with this kind of view. Now this is more of a bungalow than it is a resort. Yeah, so this is the hotel that we're staying at for a night or two maybe. Look at that view. Now let's show you guys around the beach. This beach area here, known as Tulum Beach, is on the hotel zone. The hotel zone is a different part of Tulum than the downtown area. So this area has a lot of beach clubs, white sand beach, lots of little bungalows and cabanas and resorts that are going to cost you a pretty penny actually to get into. If you go north of this particular area, you go to Playa Paraiso. That's not this beach right here, Playa Paraiso being Paradise Beach. This is Tulum Beach by Esmeralda Cay. You can swim here, but the ocean currents are pretty strong. Most people just go out to waist deep water, and that's pretty good. Kite surfing is really popular here because of these strong winds. So that's what you're gonna get on this side of Tulum Beach. All right, so this area right here, up and down this road that you're looking at right here, on this side right here, hotels. This hotel zone all the way for a few miles. We're gonna walk up this place here, show you guys around hotel zone. Let's go. You can walk the hotel zone road like we're doing here, or you can rent a moped, get a taxi, which typically just to get in the taxi is $20 US, just to go maybe even a mile, or rent a bicycle. Walking is okay, but it's so hot under that road canopy there, you'd be surprised at how quickly you get bored with that. Now they do have a lot of boutiques, cafes, restaurants that are very artsy and kind of new age, really. You get that bohemian vibe down here. But for those of you who just want to relax and hang out at the hotel, you're going to be really happy with the vibe that's down here on the hotel zone at many of these beach clubs and resorts. So you might not even feel like you have to go too far away from your hotel or your cabana, whatever you have, your bungalow, because it's all going to be right there, and there's going to be that relaxing vibe that's given off from the Caribbean Sea. As you can see, many of the resorts just feel like they're built right into the jungle environment, and you can't tell the difference between the natural ecosystem and the actual resort. So they've done a really good job of building these resorts to blend in. You'll notice down here they don't have any franchises or any chain hotels, and that's because the Mayans, who actually govern this area, have decided to vote to keep chains and franchises out off the hotel zone. So that's why you get this very authentic, original feel down here. And this is a great view of the Tantra Beach Resort. So couldn't you see yourself relaxing, chilling out in one of these lounge chairs, just looking out at the beach? This is Tantra. There's many bars and beach clubs like this with these kind of views that you can rent out, hang out, even if you're not a guest at the hotel. And this here is an Italian cafe with a great view right on the beach. It's a good place to go to get out of the sun and the heat, staying indoors while also remaining outdoors. Just a couple things to know about Tulum just real quick while we're out and about. My cell phone doesn't have any international roaming. This is the first place I've been that doesn't have international roaming, and it's here in Tulum on the hotel zone.
Another thing about the hotel zone is it's definitely a lot of hotels, and if you want to get into any of these beach clubs, you're going to have to pay $40, $50, $60 depending on what beach club you're going to. So don't expect a lot of like restaurants, mostly beach clubs.
As you can see here, there's a lot of art using wood out here. The Mayan used a lot of wood to create this kind of art environment. And you can see the boutiques kind of built in. Like I said, it's all built into the jungle in a really nice way. And as I said previously, do not expect name brand Billabong, Quicksilver, any of that down here. You're gonna get some original clothing, whether it's a bikini, a hat, and some of these boutiques are actually owned by Europeans or other foreigners, so it's not always going to be Mayan clothing or Mayan designs. It's actually quite a bit of foreigners who own these boutiques.
And another thing that I wanted to point out is there's not a lot of solicitation happening here. It's pretty much, do you want it or not? You don't have to worry about people trying to solicit you to get things. Guys, so now we've rented 2 bikes to go up and down this road. It's gonna be a little bit better than being on foot. Yeah, so here we are at the Cenote. We just rode the bikes down here, and it's 50 pesos per person, which is about $2 per person. Okay, gracias, amigo.
And as you can see here, we are at El Cenote Encantado. This is more of an eco-retreat with the cenote in the back. This isn't one of the more popular kind of cenotes you'll get around that we'll show you later on in the video, but this is still a nice place to go. There are some scuba divers in here, and you'll see lots of iguanas, and who knows what else you might find in that cenote there. But this is at the end of Hotel Zone, just before you get to Cien Caon. And as you can see, you definitely cover a lot more ground when you're on a bicycle than when you are on foot. Although I will say, make sure you have some water with you in that basket or somewhere, because the sun down here will creep up on you pretty quickly. Another way to stay hydrated is to drink coconuts or fruit, vegetables with like cucumbers or mangoes or something like that with some sort of extra vitamin for hydration. Also, when you are taking a bike up and down here, there are a lot of speed bumps, and you will notice that every once in a while, a speeding shuttle van will whiz right by you, which I found to be a little bit of a hazard or a little bit dangerous. Now, it's overall safe, but, you know, I'm just saying that's what you're going to see with these shuttle vans whizzing by you. After about an hour or two of riding the bike up and down here, I was feeling like I needed coconut or water, but the water just wasn't working, so that's when I began to search out for the coconut, and thankfully I found it at this cool looking lounge bar on the side of the road called Casita Zaman.
Coconuts, much needed.
And what would a proper Tulum travel guide be without actually showing you what it looks like at sundown and the evening time at night? You get a kind of vibe here, and it really kind of does have that magical feeling, something in the air. You can't quite put your finger on it. And I can see why so many people come from far and wide to do these eco retreats and the yoga and everything they do down here when they're trying to relax and forget about the 9-to-5 grind. Some people even come down here for healing, because the Mayans do have a lot of medicines for that.
In Tulum Central, so Central Tulum, the main town. We're off the hotel zone, off the beach. We're gonna go to the Zone archaeological site, Zona Archaeological. We're probably going to go to a cenote called Gran Cenote, and then also check on the COVID test.
Now that we're off the beach, we're in downtown Tulum. We're staying at the Aloft, which is by Marriott Bonvoy. If you guys are looking for a place to stay, this is a brand new hotel, but it does not have any views of the beach. It does have a view from the rooftop where you can see the Tulum archaeological site though. Just a nice modern hotel, good food, pretty much centrally located, and you can see they've got pools and workout for the gym, even a laundry on site.
All right, guys, so we are in downtown Tulum. We're gonna walk around here, show you guys what this place looks like. It's a lot different than the hotel zone on the beach. This one's about a mile off the beach, so it's kind of interesting. But take a look, it's pretty good, it's popping. It's like Miami Beach right here.
Now this area is where most of the backpackers or the people who actually visit here stay that are on a budget long term, right? So if you're looking to get an Airbnb, downtown Tulum is where you're going to find more affordable prices. But you got along this highway here a lot of restaurants and bars. It does get popping. There is an art scene out here as well, but you'll notice that this is where most of the young people are going to be staying that are here long term in Tulum. It does have a completely different vibe than the hotel zone, but I still like it here.
All right, guys, so we've arrived at the Tulum archaeological site. We're going to show you guys around this beautiful Mayan complex. Let's do it.
You pay 80 pesos. Here is the entrance. You walk inside 45 minutes or 1 hour.
So at this main site here on the cliffs where Tulum archaeological site is, they have an observatory and they have a main temple, which is actually functioning as a lighthouse off the reef.
Gran Cenote. We're gonna go diving. That's what we're gonna do here. Snorkeling and diving. Lots of tortugas, turtles.
Bien, gracias. 80 pesos for the ticket right here. MasterCard also. All right, so in order to use a GoPro in here, you have to actually use, you have to pay like 50 pesos for that, 45 pesos. It's an extra tax that you have to pay in order to use a camera in here. They're really strict about the mask. Like you have to wear one of these kind of masks, you can't wear a gaiter. So let's go. We're gonna see what else is in here. So this here at the palace of the governor, this is a tablet. You can see the palace right here. And this looks like the original, authentic, actual, the way it was built. It doesn't look like it's been restored. Now, don't quote me on that, but this looks really authentic. There's another tablet over there also. This here is known as the White Road. They have a name for it in Mayan, and it goes all the way to Chichen Itza. I think that's 100 kilometers from here. So this road, the White Road, goes all the way up to Chichen Itza. So the area that we were just at was called Shai Bay. It's a watchtower for the roads. There was two roads, the White Road, and they would make sure that they were watching out who was coming in from Chichen Itza. So a watchtower called Shai Bay. And now we are here at the big temple. We were talking to our friend here. He said the ball game that they play there, they would sacrifice animals, not people. The sacrifice of the people was happening at Chichen Itza. But you could see they had the skull, they had the jaguar, and then they also had the scorecard in the middle there. So very interesting to see the game. But they were only sacrificing animals, in particular jaguar. You can see all around here they have these mounds of rocks, which are archaeological sites, even over here, but they haven't been excavated or cleared out, so you never know what could be there. But
Plenty of those all around this archaeological site.
Yeah, so I just talked to a guy about the antigen or the PCR. I guess in order to get in the United States, you can do an antigen. It costs about 700 pesos, which comes out to about $40. You can see it's kind of hot out here, by the way. So it's a nighttime village for sure. But going back to the subject, the PCR is more expensive. I think he said it's 1,400 pesos, don't quote me on that. And that takes 16 hours to come back. The antigen, 30 minutes. Both are totally cool with getting into the US. I don't know where you guys are coming from, where you're watching, but I'm probably gonna go with the antigen and I get the results emailed to me in 30 minutes.
Oh, so here we are doing the COVID antigen test to go back into the United States. And are we allowed to film this?
Yes.
Yeah. And so we have 72 hours to get back into the United States. And he's going to give us results within 15 minutes and email us the results within 4 hours. So let's see how this goes.
Put your head a little bit back. Go more, please.
How was it? Well, you know, it was good, I guess. Well, I'd rather not do it, but, you know, it is what it is. Some people say that's not discomfort. To me, it's not comfortable. I don't like being probed like that. They go high enough in there to where you actually feel it in your nasal cavity, and it feels like it takes longer than it does. It's just not a comfortable experience. It's also inconvenient, costs extra money that I would rather not have to pay, that I had to pay. I look forward to the day when we don't have to do that anymore. I understand why you have to do that when you travel out of the country, but I do look forward to the good old days coming back where you don't have to get some sort of medical test to get back into your home country.